crazy house, the psychiatric ward, John George, I didn't even know it. So, yeah, you're going to go see John George. So when I get to the crazy house, first thing, the guard there, Imam Musa, I said, yeah, that's the brother. Then they take me in the room and they, not booking you, but kind of, sort of, I got my running clothes on. Are you homeless? I said, I'm homeless. I said, you see, y'all got my wallet there going through it. I said, look right there on the side. And she pulled out five $100 bills. You know, just creased, you know, like you're traveling, you want to have, if things go wrong, you got some extra to keep you going or do whatever you want. You stay somewhere and rest for the night and plan for what you want to do. And that's enough money to get you just about anywhere in the United States. So anything you want to do. I said, do you have $500 in your pocket? You know, I said, well, you must be crazy then. I said, look at that slip right there. See that Bank of America slip? Look at the bottom, it says funds available. I said, how much does it say? 49,000 something around there. I said, you got $49,000? No. I said, what the hell am I doing here? You ought to be here, y'all be here in that crazy house. What are y'all doing? Here comes the nurse, older nurse. I said, ma'am, what church you go to? I go to Allen Temple. I said, would you call Reverend J. Alfred Smith and tell him they got Miss Ream's boy down here, who's well known in the church and he knows me too. He's the biggest preacher in town. I said, would you tell Reverend J. Alfred Smith that Miss Ream's boy is down here? You Miss Ream's boy? I said, yes, ma'am. And then so they sent me up to the crazy house. I don't want to waste all y'all's time. But when I got up there on the floor, it was, some of them could be considered stretched out a little. So what I do, I got a counseling session. First thing they pass the food out and I get a food, you don't want to eat that? I said, no, you can have that. So now I'm their friend already. This one, you can have this banana, you can have this plate of beans, whatever you like. Oh, thank you. So I can't, this is the day that so-and-so, her brother or something died, every time that day come around, she gets crazy and depressed. So I'm counseling. Then I got a line, I'm counseling everybody. Then they bring the psych in. You know, kind of semi-young white girl. So I get into her about psychology. Are you eclectic or you follow Jung, behaviors of B.F. Skinner? I said, which one you kind of like? No, you don't care about Freud. Because each one of them have a, you know what I mean, a discipline.
Disciple.
Yeah, each one of them have a line of thinking. B.F. Skinner is behavioralism. You're a trained rats, trained niggas. That's what he believed. You know, Freud, anything, if you had a dream with a stick beating somebody, use your penis or something. Anyway, so they follow, they all crazy, believe me, they ain't got no sense, but you have to study them in school. No, I'm going to do that. I said, well, anyway, what day is, I said, Wednesday, November 6th or something. And how old are you? I told her. I said, don't you want to ask me something about it? Am I crazy or not? Hell, who don't know what day it is? I guess crazy people don't know what day it is, or what month it is, or nothing. So she asked me a question. I said, look, lady, you got to hurry up. I got people out there that's waiting on me. The crazy folks. I'm actually doing a reasonably good job because I'm sympathizing with them, you know. And so finally they come and say, well, you have to go. Now this salt and pepper Negro, I thought I didn't mean to take all this time to get straight. But I thought he looked like a big-time psychiatrist, but he was just the intake man. Now, in the meantime, there's two Negroes, not quite old. Where y'all from, man? They work there. Yeah, I'm from Chicago, and I got out here. And so I'm asking about some people in Chicago. Yeah, you know that? I said, Jeff Ford, now they're my homeboys, yeah, man. Blackstone Rangers, Peace Stone Nation, Aruka, Naval. You know them? I said, of course I know. What are you talking about? And I'm naming all the famous people in Oakland pretty soon. You don't know them. I said, this kid drive this kind of car. I got this way he live. What are you talking about? This is what his girl's name is, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. You know the Ward brothers too? I said, of course I know them. I said, I know all of them. They're my own boys. I don't have any pictures with me, but what you want to know about them? Anyway, between the Negroes and the other people, that's really crazy. Well, you're signed out. You have to go. I said, I have to go. I'm busy talking to the people.
I got clientele.
Yeah, I got to help the people here. You know what I mean? And I'm busy. So the Negro that I thought was a psychiatrist is actually a kind of a hospital, not police, but you know, one of them guys. He was burning up mad. The other Negroes was happy, and he was mad. I guess I was getting too much respect. I said, man, I thought you was a psych. You just a broomer or sweeping up around here or something.
Orderly.
Yeah, just ordering people in and out. I said, man, I'm busy. You gotta go. I said, look, the people need help. Y'all can't help them. And I do have this little line in the crazy house, in our little old dorm, I don't know what you call it. They're actually sitting there and they coming around and we talking. You know, it was wonderful. But that's illegal. That shows a pattern of harassment. I got stats of that. That's what we're going to deal with. Now back to our case. When I went to Oakland, they took all of my stuff. And technically they gave it to Mukhtar. Those three cases. Remember, I had one section for ACLU, one section for NAACP, and one section for a lawyer. They're all copies of the same thing. All of my legal stuff. I'm not going to go into all the knick-knack and stupidity. But while I was when they arrested me that time, as I read on Friday, they arrested me, like they say, at gunpoint. They arrested me at gunpoint, and it's the SWAT team. And I didn't even know in the court, but there's an armored vehicle outside too. I'm looking at everything, but I can't see everything. But there's an armored vehicle there. And as the paperwork say, Mukhtar told them that I have guns, 2 shotguns, and I brought them from Washington, D.C. That's what he says. Let me see. Yeah, this is November 13th. When officers arrived, they contacted reporting party Sequila Mujahid, that's what's her name? Wife of victim, Mukhtar Mujahid. She informed officers that Reams has been threatening her via social media, that Reams was founder of Masjid al-Islam, but that he had been voted out on January 20th, 2014 by the board of directors. Showed the officers a letter indicating as much. Sequila advised Reams may have gained access to the building through a lockbox, blah, 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 another officer spoke with Mr. Mujahid, who said Reams had posted videos on social media stating that he would 187 Mujahid and his wife. Now, I asked the question, do y'all remember recording, since y'all have been recording all of this? Do you remember that video that I said I was going to kill 187, mean to kill Mujahid and his wife? Does anybody remember that?
No.
Does anybody remember me saying that I'm going to help them and I advise anybody like me to leave them alone because we're following the process of nonviolent resistance? And that he, Reams, had gotten the green light to take out the Mujahids. Okay, I do a few things that you may think is a little unorthodox. Number one, I'm always going back to people like Abdul Malik, them, or Mellow Yellow, them, anybody saying, well, we can all be friends. Okay. I'll tell you why in just 1 minute after reading a little bit more. Reams was contacted exiting the building through the front door. He complied with orders and was taken into custody with guns drawn without incident. A search incident to arrest revealed the missing key on Mr. Reams' key ring. Then a SWAT team cleared the building, finding no one else. When Mr. Mujahid walked the building with OPD, I mean, he could do anything he wanted. He noted that surveillance cameras and wires had been cut and removed and otherwise damaged. Further, Mr. Mujahid noted that there was a travel bag near the front door containing documents such as tax forms and property accounting forms that belonged to the organization and not Mr. Reams. All the stuff I bought from there, they gave it to him. That's why, remember the girl said, I've read all your stuff and da-da-da-da-da. Well, she did, because they gave it to her. The police report notes that the forms did not have Reams' name on them. Now they contradict themselves in the court. They have a photocopy of my passport, they have all kinds of stuff. And all the paperwork, the articles of incorporation have Clarence Reams on it. Nothing have Mujahid's name on it except a couple of pieces of paper that you go to Sacramento that I got from Sacramento. And they're my papers. They don't care whose name on it has nothing to do with it. It's my property. You see what I mean? You have to be involved in this to see the little tricky mumbo jumbo they do. Okay, now November 17th. OPD again dispatched to 8208 MacArthur Boulevard en route CAD advised them that Reams had prior to trespassing. He threatened not to cooperate next time in an ongoing dispute with Masjid al-Islam members. That there was a previous arrest subject with a gun here before as a result of a dispute. None of that definitely, you don't have nothing on it. If I was arrested with a gun, I'd still be in jail. That Reams had nailed the door, da-da-da. Upon arrival, OPD contacted Mr. Mujahid, who was advised that Reams is not allowed at the property after being voted out and that he may have gained access, da-da-da-da-da, we'll skip a long ways, and says, the jury, this is what they're saying, may hold it against the people, Marshal Sama, Mr. Mujahid, the fact that the defendant was removed at gunpoint or he was accused of having weapons but had none. Okay, now imagine this. Every time they call the police, and it's saying that they call the police, they'll say, I have threatened to kill them. You gotta prove a threat. It's my word against theirs. And they're gonna have to, in court later on, you know, libel cases, they're gonna have to prove everything. They said that last week, right, on the stuff. And everything they said here, I'm gonna take them to court on that. I ain't took them to court on nothing, nothing. When they killed the dogs, I said, oh, don't worry about it. I told my son, don't press charges. In fact, all of my friends left because I'm not sitting around till niggas coming up here with guns and shooting dogs and acting a fool, and we're unarmed. You can't come here. After a while, I couldn't get nobody to come around because they couldn't bring no gun. So niggas don't come with guns, and we can't have guns, right? You may like a guy, but you're not saying, I'm not into that. You know what I mean? I mean, family and friends, I ain't going up there unless, no, absolutely not. Now everybody understands why and how. They didn't understand then. When this stuff cleared last week or whenever it was, it's like a light came on. Everybody said, this is what you was working on? I said, of course. This had to happen. I mean, 97% it has to happen. I mean, you could fall off a roof or drive off a cliff and something else happen. So I want you to imagine that these people have, let's see, exclude any allegation that Mr. Reams has a history of fighting with the police as referenced in report such and such and such, not discovery. You know how if the police beat you to death, they charge you with assault? Fighting with the police in 1969 when they done assaulted me. Exclude reference to Mr. Reams allegedly, they want to exclude this statements. Threatening to harm or kill, complaining witnesses, da 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 da. In other words, when they go to them white folks, they tell them, if you think that was outlandish what they were saying on the video last week, it's outlandish because you know something about the world. Them people said on the thing, I remember what they were saying to me. You setting the Iranians up, you set Imam Jamil up, of course I'm up here.
The Black Panthers.
The Black Panthers! I said, the Black Panthers? Oh, the ones I was in Algeria with? The ones send me notes all the time. Send me more tapes. Send them to my mother. Now, if somebody don't trust you, they ain't gonna have you send nothing to their mama. Right? That's what Pete O'Neill said. Did I ever show you all that? Pete O'Neill. He said, send them, hey man, send those by my mama, you know that in Kansas City. And I'm in Algeria with them. And the ones are still alive. And when the head of the BLA get out of the penitentiary 2 years ago, First person he called, if I had my phone, that shows. Okay, that's wonderful. The reason I wanted y'all to pull that up and look at it, okay, yeah, here's the one from Pete. That's Pete O'Neill right there, Brother Musa. Enjoyed the tapes very much. Please send more by my mother. Your homeboy from the days of struggle, Pete O'Neill. That's Panther in Africa. He took over the party after. Okay, they can say anything they want. They tell the white folks, no, the white folks tell them what to say. See, they try to focus all the challenge on them. Let me explain what happened this last time. When they took all of my information, they looked at all the gaps in there, and they filled in every gap that I need to win in court. Mukhtar's testimony was a government-controlled testimony. He's testifying to everything that would help me. The evidence about that he always showing some phony paper, the white lady put on the wall, now they got the screen they show. This is from the property office in the county, you know. And it has Masjid al-Islam, and then it has for a service, Mukhtar Ali Mujahid. He put that on there. You just go down, so on service. Says now, right under that, where it says Masjid al-Islam owner, it has Clarence Reeves. Then they have the lady there from the office. Say, what does that mean? They said, well, the person came down and put his name on there for service and wanted to change the name on there, but we told them, it's the only way you can change the name on the deed is go get a new deed.